Morning. So it's 10:45 on Sunday the 14th September and I am outside Stafford train station in Stafford Victoria Park. I'm about to cycle down the Trent Mersey, up the Trent Mersey all the way to Runcorn, and then from Runcorn to Hunts Cross station in South Liverpool. About 68-mile route. The weather forecast, there is a weather system coming in around about 2 o'clock. So I've got my waterproof jacket in my backpack. It is going to be really, really wet today, but there's a nice tailwind which will push me up the canal and mean that progress will be a little easier today. I need to ride to about 5 or 10 miles to get to the actual canal itself. So come on, let's get going. See you in a bit. So on something called the Isabel Trail, which is like the Liverpool Loop Line, the Wirral Way. It's like a disused railway line, tends to cycle, stroke walking, stroke running path. Yeah, pretty impressed with Stafford so far. It's only been a mile in, but yeah, it's good cycling facilities here. Yeah, so I'm on this now for about another 5 miles. Then got to pick up the road. Just takes me down to the canal, pick up the canal just south of Stone, and yeah, head all the way up through Stoke-on-Trent, through a couple of nice little bits along the way, near the Anderson boat lift, all the way up to Runcorn, and then beyond Runcorn we'll go to alongside the River Mersey and down to Hunts Cross station, where I'll get the Merseyrail train back in. If I sound out of breath, it's probably because I am. I'm not in the actual best shape at the moment, cycling wise. Just work commitments, family commitments, summer holidays. Meant I've not done anywhere near as much time on the bike as I should have done. So yeah, we'll see how we get on today. I'm not going to push it too hard. But thankfully I've got that tailwind, so I'm clinging onto that for salvation. A bit unexpected, but then I just realised I could have probably cycled round there and up the bridge, up the road, but never mind, we'll carry on. Yeah, I'm on the road now for a bit, I think, unfortunately. The other thing I forgot about Staffordshire, it's full of hills, and this is by no means a bike which you go up hills on. Going down I'm fine. So, in for a tough ride to the canal, I think. But after that, should get a bit flatter. Up the second part of this climb. keep it in easy gear and spin my way up it. Heart rate definitely up anyway. 200 feet to climb so far. That's a big figure out. Looks like we've finished the climbing now. And according to this, it's relatively downhill. Bridges all out. Oof. I can even drop a house on the next one. Another low bridge, slowing down right on this one. Oof. Abs are going to get a decent workout today if that carries on. Overhanging trees. Oh. Train. Yeah, it's not ideal. Anyway, yeah, I just stopped by Aston Marina for a quick minute or so. Just need to catch some hydration. It's very difficult to ride and drink at the same time. I don't have a hydration pack, so if you watch my videos regularly, you'll see that the hydration pack issue where I bust it using bleach, and yeah, I've not had time to replace it, and I've had bike parts which I needed to buy, so they've taken priority. Anyway, what I was going to say was, definitely riding this canal, you can see the improvements that the Canal and River Trust have made to the Leeds Liverpool. That is a lot better than Lancaster, and so far my first impressions of this, I'd say it's a lot better than this as well. I mean, yes, there are parts which are tricky, but yeah, the CRT definitely made considerable improvements into Leeds Liverpool. So hopefully this continues to make the canals more accessible for people on bikes. But we'll see. This ride anyway today was supposed to be a 3 canal challenge, going down the Rochdale Canal all the way across to Sowerby Bridge, then from Sowerby Bridge following the Huddersfield Canal, back down to the Ashton Canal, and then back to Manchester, starting off in Manchester. So I didn't really fancy it with the weather conditions coming up, so I decided to do the Trent Mersey and follow this all the way back to Liverpool with the tailwind. So as you can see, with the ripples, the wind's starting to pick up already. A much better surface to ride on this. It's just outside of Aston. Not Aston in Birmingham, not to be confused. lots of boats moored here. Doesn't look like I'm too far from Stone. But what I'll do is, if you haven't really ridden much on canals and you're thinking of doing canal rides, a little tiny bit of canal etiquette. Oh yeah, thank you. So yeah, just a quick double ring of your bell. People mostly get out of the way. It's going up this lock flight. Due to fall, my 360 camera was overheated, so it needs to cool down. And I think this is the lock flight that's called Heartbreak Hill. Anyway. Park your narrowboat outside your house, that'll do. It's the Wedgwood Pottery Factory. Been there with my kids. Train going past. So I went there with the kids a couple of years ago to paint some pottery and we send it back to you. Really nice experience, definitely recommend it. Just got up to Stoke-on-Trent. So there's not been really much to film here. It's obviously in a city bit, so at least the towpath's rideable. I can film while riding one-handed. It is a bit bumpy, but we can cope with that. But yeah, there's just not been much interesting to film, so I've also had to let the camera cool down. It's full battery, full storage. It's just temperamental at 360, so give it a little break, go again later. So it's a nice smooth surface to ride on this. There's definitely been some investment in here. About a mile or two outside of Stoke. As you can look at the ripples on the canal though, it's wind's picking up, and so there's my average speed, 15 miles an hour at the moment. Not too bad. That'll make us some time up. Stop at 5 just to quickly refuel with some tank plastics, which are incredible. Yeah, absolutely lifesaver them. So this is Victoria Junction, and that way, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, takes us towards the Colden Canal, I think. Could be wrong. Burnham Flint Mill, 1857. Cracking little place this is. Stoke there, and it has started raining, so I'm going to have to get the waterproof on now. So I'll find a place to stop and get that sorted. But yeah, cool little place, that Victoria Junction. I've actually never been there before, and I missed filming a couple of bottle kiln sort of, bottle kilns where they used to dry the pottery years and years and years ago, or hundreds of years ago. And yeah, I'll see if there's any more of it further along, and I'll try and get some videos of them. So there's one of those bottle kilns there on the side of that building. How cool is that? So yeah, the rain's not too bad for me to start worrying about it just yet, but I think maybe in a mile or so it's going to pick up, so I'll get the waterproof on soon. The Middleport Pottery Museum. Cheers, thanks mate. It's like a fishing competition or something. Yeah, so it properly started raining now, so the waterproof's come out. But I'm just at Middleport Pottery. Now I was going to stop here for a coffee, but I've already had a coffee this morning, so I'll just pop some tank fastics instead. I'm going to push on towards Big Lock in Middlewich. So I'll show you Middleport Pottery. It's a proper cool place. So yeah, some of our Peaky Blinders. So I've got about 18 miles to get to Middlewich, so I'll press on from here. More bottle kilns over there. Let's see. There's the back. Love seeing all this, all the little bits of history. It's a shame about that building, you could do a lot more with that. It's going into disrepair. Barging booze. You know, I did see a couple of guys with dogs with a couple of cans of Stella. I did wonder where they got those from. That explains it. Just the entrance to the Hare Castle tunnel. Or as known to some voters, Scare Castle. But yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's here today, so I don't think anyone will be going through it. But yeah, if you want some canal videos, there's like a load of fans in there which kind of suck all of the diesel fumes out of the boats. Look at the colour of the water as well. Anyway, so we have to go up over the top and then find our way back the canal on the other side of there. Stafford again. So yeah, sit rep, just had to take a detour to go over the Castle Tunnel, and I'm in a place called Bathpool Country Park, which is like a part of National Cycle Route 555. So I'll be on this, do a right turn in a second, and then we'll yeah, hopefully get back onto the towpath pretty soon. So yeah, I'm just on this country path. There's a lake to the left of me. I'm on this path for a little bit just to get me round onto the other side of the tunnel. So hopefully it won't be too long. There's a railway line to the left as well. Yeah, the other side of the Hare Castle. So it's the Kids Grove. So I've got to go that way. Rain's not too bad at the moment. Look at the colour of that water. It's like builder's tea. So that sign there says Middlewich 12 miles, Anderton Boatlift 23 miles, and Runcorn 35 miles. All that way. I have no idea where that takes you. Some sort of branch. But yeah. Anyway, and something that we are seeing quite often is that the canal's closed. I reckon that's got to be due to falling water levels. Yeah. So it's going to take a while to get this reopened, I think. This looks like another lock flight. I don't know whether this is Heartbreak Hill. Because I'm going down it anyway. There where the canal's closed, so I'm doing lock repairs. Oh wow, we drained it. I just think they drained it to repair the lock flight. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, this definitely must be the Heartbreak Hill. It's the famous Heartbreak Hill. If you can confirm that in the comments, that'd be great. This route I'm on now is part of National Cycle Route number 5. Massey Ferguson looking lonely in the field there. Found his he's got his Bernie pal. Time for November. Yeah, I haven't been blessed with nice towpath to ride on for quite a while. Back to this sort of surface. It's not too bad, to be fair. It's not Lancaster bad, but still a couple of gnarly bits. Just test your handling skills. The weather's really coming now. The M6. Yeah, I just stopped for 5. Excuse the noise of the M6 in the background. Yeah, these conditions are quite bad. The towpath itself is gnarly in places. It's not too bad. I have ridden on worse, but yeah. So I'm 30 miles in now. If I want to finish the ride, it's 38 miles back to Hunts Cross, and I'll just get the train from Hunts Cross. That's whether or not I decide to make it to Hunts Cross. I might just get to Runcorn and be fed up by then, in which case that's 28 miles. So still a fair bit to go. I've got about another 8 miles till I get to Middlewich, where I'm going to stop for some food because I'm hungry. Think about your bike choice if you're going to do this. I would definitely recommend a mountain bike. But first impressions of this canal, I've really enjoyed it. It's been mostly smooth. There's lots of canal heritage and history around here. Obviously we went past the pottery bits in Stoke. Stone's a nice little canal village. There's a lock flight here, which I think is half Carey-Shields. Yeah, it's just a cracking little canal. There's lots to film. So I'll catch up with you a little bit further along and see how we're getting on. But yeah, I need to top my water up because I'm running low. I'll see you in a bit. Technical. No boat is getting through that anytime soon. It's quite a cool little boatyard. I don't know what it's called. Let me know in the comments. Wheelock Wharf. There's a nice little restaurant here, but it's closed. Yeah, just be aware you've got these gates and then get to negotiate. That's Wheelock Wharf there, so just be careful you don't do what I've done and try to go over and round, because you end up on an industrial estate and I have to turn around and go back. So yeah, under the bridge, straight down that way. The canal takes you back down there. approaching Middlewich, and this section of canal hasn't been too great, to be honest. As I say, probably now the last 5 miles or so, it's been a proper slog, especially when you haven't got the fitness. Hey ho, you crack on. This is better. And on the left hand side, somewhere further up here, should be the Middlewich branch, I think. With a shroppy. Oh, it's a shame the chippy's not open now. I'll just go some fish and chips. Don't mind. Ride up this, do you think? Is it advisable to ride up? Nope. Middlewich branch of the Shropshire Union. So let's negotiate those steps. Middlewich Wall. So, I've just done a bit of research there, there's no McDonald's. Now I'm going to have to try and find out where this big lock pub and cafe is, if it's still open. 3 o'clock. The cafe will be closed, but the pub should be open. Stopped off outside the little lock cafe, it's just outside Big Lock. I'm going to get a bacon and sausage sandwich, and I've had a bottle of Coke to give me enough sustenance to get me back to at least Runcorn, if not beyond. And yeah, just wish the weather conditions were better. It's absolutely miserable, but been hopefully a little bit more interesting than the Blackpool rides anyway, because I like this canal actually. It's got a lot of bits of heritage, unlike the Lancaster, which just adds quite a lot of bridges and an aqueduct. Hopefully I got some good footage. And yeah, we'll get this down me, catch up here a little bit later on the cut. Yeah, I think I'll be staying here till that calms down. If it does. I'll give it 10 minutes, so I'll finish my coat. If it doesn't, we'll have to break it. So yeah, sit rep. It's as you can see, very wet. There's herring there. That was a cracking little cafe. The little lock cafe it was called. And that bacon and sausage sandwich just really hit the spot. So I'm 40 miles in, and yeah, it's absolutely lashing it down. But I've got the wind in my favour, which is still giving me that mental boost. So I've got enough fuel, I think, to get me to at least Runcorn, if not beyond. But yeah, this is a proper slog. So yeah, sign there, Shardlow, 78 miles in that direction. Preston Brook, 14 miles in that direction. Start to shelter under this tree to take my hood down. I had my hood up, but it's forcing my neck sort of forward. Like I say, the wind's gusting now. It is a yellow wind warning, but it's gusting in the right direction, that way. So if you're on a gravel bike, which part do you choose? A section with lots of roots, or 6 inches from a Duncan? Well, I know which one I've chosen. Let's go with the roots. Buggies. Yeah, it's another difficult section, this. So according to the map, this is Oakwood Marina. And I don't think the people that know Safari Hut can have a good night if there's anyone staying there. Wind is with us, but the towpath is not great. I'm not stopping for beer today. Sorry to disappoint, Dave, if you're watching. I know you like a beer or 3. Just kind of want to get this ride over and done with. Especially now the rain stopped. Yeah, big chemical works that. Bike is absolutely filthy. Noise is coming out of it as well. I negotiate this little bridge now. Of course, round here is famous for making of salt. If you want more information about that, I suggest you go check out Kieran's channel, Bimbleism. He does a little bimble to the salt works. Really good historical piece about it. So yeah, I recommend you check that out. Ah, Lion Salt Works on that side. Yeah, definitely check out Kieran's channel. He goes into detail about all that. I haven't got time today. Also some of the research that he does. So yeah, I'm just contemplating whether I'll be able to make it beyond Runcorn. I don't honestly think I'll have the energy left. I've got enough fuel and hydration to get me there. I just don't think I've got the fitness to get me to Hunts Cross. So I'll probably just have to get the train from Runcorn. I'm not an Avanti train, I'll try and get another one, which is going to be a bit more bike friendly, I think. Here we are, Anderson boat lift. It's closed at the moment because apparently it's broken. But it's good to at least pay a visit. I just have to stop and stretch my legs for a couple of minutes and struggling a bit. Well, having said that, not as much as what the bike is. The state of that. Ugh. Yeah, not looking forward to cleaning that. Let's give it a rinse as soon as I get home as well. So I've got about 7 miles to Preston Brook. So let's get cracking. Yeah, a better view of it from up here. That's the River Weave and the Weaver navigation down there. So any narrowboat fans will know the significance of this boat. Naughty rats. I don't want to give him a knock, see if he's on board though. Looks like it's all shut up, so he must be out. Yeah, sit rep, 50 miles in. I'm probably about 5 miles from Preston Brook, where I get to turn left to go towards Runcorn. And yeah, I'm gonna call it there, to be honest. I get to Runcorn station, get a train, because I've just not got the fitness, and that's all right for me to admit that with the time off the bike I've had in the summer, and the fact that I've not ridden this bike for a good 5-6 weeks. It's been off the road, so yeah, it's a shame, but it is what it is. I've got the Trent Mersey done, so I'm happy with that. I've also got very little battery life left on phones. Got no charging cables again, so yeah, I think it's best if I just get home. So just arrived at the Preston Brook tunnel. You can see the little light at the end of the tunnel, which means there's light at the end of the tunnel for me, in the metaphorical sense. So this is officially the start of the Trent Mersey. So can't wait to get to Runcorn. So it's 1.1 kilometres this tunnel. So I'm going to get 1.1 kilometres over it. Right, let's get ourselves to Runcorn and let's get on that train. So fans of the show 2 Pints will recognise that pub. It's now a Indian restaurant. And in Runcorn, so time to get the train. Yeah, so that's a total distance of 60 miles today. Absolutely knackered. So also dirty, and the bike's rotten, as you can see. So got another 20 minutes wait for the train back to South Parkway, and then from South Parkway up to Formby on the Merseyville service. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.